What's going on, guys? Thank you very much for returning back to the channel. My name is Miguel. I go by Ebay Resells on YouTube and Instagram. Today's video, we're going to be looking at 10 items that total up to sales of $625. If you like this type of content and you have not subscribed yet, I would like for you to consider subscribing to the channel and follow me on my reselling journey. Alright guys, so on this first item, this is a Sony Alpha 6000 mirrorless camera. And this is actually the same mirrorless camera that I have for personal use. I ended up picking this camera up from Facebook Marketplace. I got this camera for $175. And I was able to flip it for $255 plus $9 shipping. I was trying to get at least $275 for it, but right now the value of these cameras are kind of dropping because they're constantly coming out with new ones. But I was actually using this one as a secondary camera, and it came in handy during the holidays when my other camera was heating up. I was able to swap it out. This is actually a really good camera. I would have kept it as a secondary camera, but I felt that if I held on to it for much longer, I was not going to be able to get my investment back. So I felt that since I was not using it on a daily basis as a secondary camera, that I might as well just resell it. So the next items I sold is a lot of two CD players. One is a Sony CD Walkman in the blue colorway, and the second one is a Lennox CD player that plays CDR and CDRWs. Now, this one also had AM, FM. Both of them were working perfectly, and they sold for $25 with free shipping. I believe I ended up using the padded flat rate envelope for this, so that cost me $8, and I bought these for $1 each at an estate sale in Big Bear. The next item up is a Blu-ray. This is The Last Dragon, and I got this at a Goodwill bins, and I got it, I believe, for $1.50. So I was able to flip it for $11.77 with free shipping, and I believe I used medium mail. So I don't think I paid more than $3 for the shipment on this one. All right, guys, the next item up is a Kodak Easy Stack loader. This is something that you use on top of the Kodak projector carousel. I ended up picking this up for $1 at an estate sale. I went to this estate sale on the last day that they were having it, and they had a lot of photography items there. They had cameras, they had a Kodak carousel, or a box full of carousels, which I ended up picking up all of them that they had because they were getting rid of them for $1 each. And I also ended up picking up the projector, and that was an awesome find. I already sold that. I believe it took about a week or two for it to sell as soon as I listed it. They're getting rid of everything very cheap. This Easy Stack loader, once again, sold for $17.99. I ended up providing free shipping. I don't think it cost more than $8 because I used the flat rate padded envelope to send this out. Okay, the next item is a pair of shoes, or loafers, and I picked this up from the Goodwill bins the same day that I picked up that Blu-ray DVD. And this is a pair of Lauren by Ralph Lauren Carly leather shoes, or loafers. I guess they're considered like driving loafers. I believe I may have paid $2 or $3 for them because obviously the Goodwill bins price it by pound. So this pair of women's loafers ended up selling for $29.89 with $8 shipping. I pretty much ended up paying $8 because I used the padded flat rate envelope to mail these out. Now the next item, it's going to be a pretty interesting story. Please let me know if you guys want me to tell you the full story of what happened with this item. I know the picture that I'm showing here is going to show a returned within the actual sold listings picture that I'm showing, and I'll tell you guys exactly what happened. But it's a sewing machine, a Singer Zigzag model 457. This sewing machine came with the case, the pedal, and pretty much additional attachments, as well as the manual. Basically what happened with this item, I shipped it out. I ended up packaging it very nicely. I put labels on every side of the box, and I shipped it FedEx. Now what happened is that as soon as the item was delivered, I received a message from the buyer stating that they would like a refund because they received their item damaged. I accepted the refund and was actually going to take it as a loss. I wanted them to clarify exactly what happened because when I shipped out the item, there was nothing broken. I wouldn't have shipped it out, and it would have made no sense because it was a very heavy item. So I believe I may have paid like $30 to ship out this item. I was able to get the item returned, and sure enough, the box was demolished. The reason I'm saying, if you guys want me to tell you the full story, please comment down below, and I'll also show you guys how to get your FedEx claim approved the first time. When I was submitting my claim, I ended up doing research on YouTube as to how to properly fill it out, and a lot of people were giving horror stories that it took them multiple times and appeals to actually get their case approved. It only took me one time to get this approved, and I'll let you guys know exactly how I did it, so you guys can avoid that whole appeals process through FedEx. I'm listing this as a sold item because pretty much FedEx ended up paying for the item, and now I'm going to be able to sell the item for parts, so everything, I'm already in the profit for this item. So I ended up paying $25 at a swap meet for this sewing machine. So even with the shipping fees, the FedEx $118 refund has already put me into profit. So all the additional parts that I'll be selling off of it will be profit. All right, guys, the next item is a SnapOn Tools thread file. The model number is HF-614. All the other listings had rare on it, so I guess they might not be making this specific model, or the model may have changed. They may have redesigned it. And actually, this item was an internet arbitrage or an eBay arbitrage. I ended up picking this up with another rare tool that I've found 2 times already, and they've brought back pretty good money. This sells already in the profit for that deal, so I sold it for $16.99, and I provided free shipping because it was a USPS first class. So the next item is a new Rainbird irrigation controller. The model number is ESP-SMTE, and this controller is listed as a smart controller. It does not have Wi-Fi capability for you to control your system that way, but it does have a lot of functions for you to program the settings on when you want your irrigation system to work. But I bought this from my local thrift store for $10. It did not come in the original box. It just had some scuffs in the front, but everything internally was new. So I sold it as an open box item. And this item sold for $27.99 plus $16.99 shipping. And I believe I used a medium flat rate box in order to ship this out. This was not the best sale I've done with irrigation systems, but you know, it's still in the profit. Now the next item is a Logitech wireless mouse, and this sold for $10.49. Now the cool thing about this sale is that I found this in a leather briefcase that I sold for, I believe, 45 bucks. And this was in there with additional documents. It didn't have the actual USB receiver for it to function automatically. So I sold it as parts as a replacement, and somebody picked it up for $10.49. So this is pretty much an item that was going into the trash, and I looked it up and it was actually worth something. Okay guys, and the last item for this video is a textbook. It's an Alexander's Care of the Patient in Surgery. It's the 15th edition. And you guys can see the author on the picture that I'll be providing on here. But this textbook ended up selling for $79, and I ended up providing free shipping for this item, and I listed it with Media Mail. This book we ended up getting for free from our neighbor, as well as other textbooks. His kid ended up going through the RN program, and he had a whole lot of books that he was getting rid of. So, and I don't think the shipping was more than $6 for this because it was going out for media mail. All right guys, so these are the 10 items, and with these sales it totaled up to $625. Now if we take the 13% of fees, we will end up deducting $82 if I round it up, so that'll leave us with $543. Now if I round up the shipping to $70, because the majority of these items were lightweight. Taking away the $70, it would bring us down to $473. So take in mind, I am not deducting the Singer sewing machine shipping costs, because once again, FedEx has already reimbursed me for that shipping cost. Now the cost of goods of all these 10 items is going to be $216. And the majority of that cost comes from that Sony camera. Once again, I bought that for $175. A lot of the items I did purchase for $1, and a lot of them were free. Now I did take into consideration, I added the $25 of the sewing machine, but the majority of the items sold were either free or already from items that I had already purchased, so there was no additional cost to those. If we take the 473, which is the total after the shipping cost and after the eBay fees and PayPal fees, and then on top of that we deduct the $216 on the cost of goods, we end up with a total of $257 in profit. So I believe that that's a pretty good amount for 10 items. Let me know if you guys think differently on the comments. All right guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, once again, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would like for you guys to consider subscribing. All right guys, thank you very much. Have a great day and stay safe out there.